Salute, men! Today I'm gonna talk about fearless soul motivation. No fear and anxiety. Stay tuned and let's start the show. Bad Boy TV. First of all, I feel that having the red pill mentality is a great remedy for fear and anxiety if applied properly. Yes, that's an eyeball behind me. When you're down with the red pill and the programming of this matrix world we live in, or being immune to it, having immunity to it for that matter, is definitely an incredible way to lower fear in your life. Because to me, that's the real red pill. It ain't about female nature. It's about knowing the nature of the world and being aware that we are lied to more often than even a red pill person would like to believe. Because if you're down with the red pill mentality and you always have them red pill lenses on, you're perfectly comfortable being alone. You're not a needy person. You don't constantly seek validation from others. You flip the script and you realize that you're actually content being alone sometimes. Because personally, I couldn't imagine having to be locked up in quarantine with a female right now. There's no way in hell I'd tolerate that shit. And I feel for anybody who does have to. Actually, I don't. It's your own damn fault. And one of the best ways to alleviate fear and anxiety in what's going on right now in the world, one of the best ways is to eliminate any addictive behavior. That includes porn. That includes alcohol. In my case, I still smoke cigars. I'm highly contemplating weaning myself off. If you blow trees, it's not the end of the world, but it's something to consider getting rid of in your life. But considering what's going on in the world, say we won't be able to get it anymore, our substance of choice, which is a possibility, you won't have that fear and anxiety because it won't bother you, because it's out of your life. It's not even an option, so who cares? And I know now it's more tempting than ever, but try to eliminate or cut down. I know some of the people that watch this channel aren't 100% NOFAP or semen retention, but that's my favorite benefit of semen retention. It makes you fearless, and you definitely have less anxiety when you practice it. Because right now, self-love is more important than ever. Because we're basically forced, well, we're not forced, because us red pill dudes do whatever the hell we want to do whenever we want to do it. The other people are following the program, and there's this social distancing. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You're never lonely when you enjoy your own company and you love yourself. And even though the majority of gyms are probably closed where you're at too, all of them are closed here, stay on a workout program. I did a full body home workout with bunch of 4-liter jugs in my backpack, doing deep push-ups and dips and chin-ups. I have a chin-up bar, one-legged squat, letting my butt bounce off a stool. I'm sore as heck, and I'm almost positive as long as I maintain the program I'm doing right now at home, the home workout program, whenever the gyms reopen, I'll be just as strong as I was before I left. Hopefully. Doing the next best thing. And most of you guys know the term, you are the prize. You gotta treat yourself like it. It's gotta be a part of your everyday mentality that I am the prize. And part of being the prize is being fearless and content being alone and not letting the anxieties creep into your head. Start new masculine productive hobbies if you aren't already doing them. And if you are doing them, you get to do more of them. They ain't gonna stop you from fishing, at least right now. They ain't gonna stop you from doing woodwork. Unless the internet gets shut down, and that's a possibility, it won't stop me from doing YouTube videos. Enjoy this time, because you can get a lot done. That's why I said stay away from the smut online. Learn things, read books. Happiness is a process. The process of getting shit done in your life.
Just takes 2 seconds.
And be careful of the information you put in your brain. You only have so much room in that noggin of yours. Hopefully if you're on the retention and you eat a healthy diet and you're training, you have a lot more room than the average dude. But don't fill it with garbage and useless facts. Fill it with solid, masculine, productive knowledge that will benefit your life. It'll help you survive in this society. Because I always knew survival skills were important, but let this be a wake-up call. That's something we can definitely all learn as much as possible about right now, more than ever. Because you never know, worse things have happened in the past. Things aren't looking good. Because I think a lot of people have that intuition that something might not be right. Something is going on. I think that's why there was this rush to the grocery stores for toilet paper. Their intuition knew something was going on. Something was fishy. Something was amok. They didn't know how to go about it, so they bought toilet paper. And you wonder why I call it society. A good little practice right now and going forward for the rest of your life. Every time you go to the grocery store, stock up on at least a week's worth of food, like survival food. And don't let the stress kill you guys. Stress and fear work hand in hand. And stress will induce anxiety and I know it's easier said than done, especially right now, but be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of when you get stressed and try to keep stress to a minimum. There are stress coping techniques, like changing your frame of mind in that instant and deep breathing, but identify the stress and minimize it. Be aware of little stress microdoses that happen throughout the day and minimize them as much as possible. Because you hear a lot about avoiding stress, but you don't hear remedies. Ultimately, it's in your mind, it's in your frame of mind. Controlling your thoughts is the ultimate remedy to stress. It's something I'm working on right now too. And if you do have fear and anxiety, cast your fear and anxiety to God. The Most High Father wants you to talk to Him. Every night after I say my Our Father prayer, I talk to Him for a little bit. If He listens to you, He does. When you truly believe in your heart, you'll feel that He listens to you. It might sound crazy, but I actually hear Him in my heart speaking back to me sometimes. Sometimes He's even laughing at me for the weird stuff I say. Hey, with all the funny stuff in this world, our Creator definitely has a sense of humor. And replace fear with gratitude. When you're thankful for everything you have, there's no room for fear. You have everything you require. Most of us have everything we require right now. It's good to have aspirations and want more things because it gives you drive and purpose. But also want what you have. Be content with what you have and be very, very thankful for it. Because it definitely helps with having a more positive mind frame. And the more positive mind frame we have, the less room there is for fear, woes, and anxiety. And if stuff gets really bad, think of the worst case scenario. I've just recently thought of the worst case scenario for what's going on right now. And with my imagination, trust me, it's very terrible. Not just my imagination, but what I know about what I know. But even the absolute worst case scenario, you'll be okay. That's why faith in the Most High God is so important too. Because even if you die, you'll be okay. Faith is the ultimate remedy to fear. I hate to get preachy, but it's so damn true. And overcoming fear and anxiety requires a growth mindset. You're not gonna overcome what ails you if you're not self-improving and personally developing on a daily basis. I was a doom and gloom conspiracy theorist way back when, and I never actually worked on myself. I was a drunk that was full of fear. But once I got on the self-improvement personal development journey, the doors started opening up for me. Like, it was just like parts of my brain that were never functioning before started opening up. You gotta do what works for you. You gotta apply into your life what works for you. Try different things, trial and error. And the stuff that works, implement it into your life. Not everybody's the same. But I've done a lot to help myself over the past 5 years, and it brings me a lot of joy to share it with you men. Going back to God for a second. A few times I've used this when I don't get scared often, but when I was legitimately scared. And you can do this even as a confidence boost. It's a great thing just to imagine in your head that you put on the armor of God. You ask God for the armor of God, and you put it on. And you use your imagination like a Marvel comic movie. Like there's a power coming over you, and all this armor comes on you. You can even have a weapon, like Thor's hammer or something. But imagine the armor of God coming on you. And when you imagine that mental trick, you ain't ever scared. And it's a solid confidence boost too. And one of the most powerful mind tricks I've implemented. This was more recently, this has only been a couple years or so, maybe less, but things don't happen to you, they happen for you. When you apply that into your life, it took me time to keep applying it more and more. But it becomes an everyday part of your life. You think everything like this happened for me. If it's a bad circumstance, you put a good, positive spin on it, because you know it's for your ultimate betterment. You know that it's part of your self-improvement journey, your masculine self-improvement journey. And that the Most High is looking out for you. Because on that note, things don't happen to you, they happen for you. We're the chosen of this generation that has to go through what's going on right now. I think in our lifetime, the shit is really gonna hit the fan. The human race is long overdue for the shit really hitting the fan. And we're gonna see a lot, we're gonna experience a lot. But it didn't happen to us, it happened for us. And we're gonna do the best we can, and we're gonna be alright. Because fear comes from the devil. It even said it in my favorite book, Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil. The devil kept threatening him with fear. Whether Napoleon Hill fabricated the devil in the book or not, the devil kept threatening him with fear. That you're not going to publish this book because of fear of public ridicule. Fear's the devil's favorite tool, and he uses it against you. He knows how much you care about what other people think. He knows how terrified you are of death and the uncertainty of the future, and he will poke and prod you with it as much as he can. But when he's got your back, it's not going to affect you as much. Because right now, I think people are realizing more and more that freedom is just an illusion. That they can put us on lockdown like that. But not us. Because we're fearless, masculine men. That weight train and have our bodies right. That can defend ourselves and that can survive in bad circumstances if we have to. Appreciate you watching BBD today. Check out my latest video right there. Check out another one right there. I'll drop another one down yonder. And subscribe to destroy the manginery in society right there. I'm out of here. Peace.